her hand back, goading me wordlessly to do the same. Her form is amazing, like a professional bowler or something. Just to throw a hand motion. 2 papers. Ha ha ha. Shizune's body immediately goes slack. She rubs her temples. Ah, look at that dirt face! Not her other dirt face, but this is like the face. Shizune's body immediately goes slack. She rubs her temples with a look of exasperation on her face as she lets out a sigh, so long it sounds like a tire deflating. I realize I've gotten a lot of hungrier in this time we've been doing this. We can just split it. I break the bread in half and offer one half to Shizune. She takes it. Thank you. She licks up the bread in her hand, studying it. But this feels hollow somehow. Regardless of how she feels, she still eats it. All of a sudden, I see Misha observing the scene over the corner of my eye. Hichan, that was very romantic, I think. Oh, come on. Wahahaha. She laughs and takes a bite of her second sandwich. We eat in silence for a while, Shizune and I managing to avoid any other contests. And then we go back to work. As I finish up the day's usual filing, I think to myself that this might be Shizune's way of trying to start this week on a high note. After all, tomorrow is when the real work will begin. With her hands literally full of building stalls, she won't be able to talk very much. It will be likely to be pretty dull and tiring, like it was the first time round. I'm appreciative of her efforts in that case. It's nice to have days like this, as a way of enjoying yourself before the days ahead. I think that was her idea as well. I also remember that I still have to get rid of Kenji's package. The damn thing is bulky, and somehow I've never been able to track him down since I picked it up. After student councils adjourned for the day, I walked towards the vending machines to look for something to drink. Parting from Shizune and Misha, it's a short trip, but after even a few seconds I start getting the feeling I'm not alone. A pair of hands cover my eyes. Guess who? Shizune? Wahahaha, it's me, Hichan. Yeah, I know. Then why did you say it was Hichan? It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Hichan. You're too proud. Anyway, after student council, you don't usually have any plans, right? So you're just going to go straight to your dorm? Where else would I go? Okay, that's great, Hichan. I wanted to talk to you today, so this works out perfectly. 2 high school students alone after classes in a quiet, empty building. As the sun dyes the sky a romantic amber color, the cute girl says that she wants to talk. What a secretive and appealing situation. My imagination is buzzing. Oh, Lord. It's likely not going to be anywhere near as exciting as I'm making it out to be, but it's fun to play it up that way. The popping sound of my canned coffee. Ew, that sounds gross. I don't even drink coffee. I've had 1 cup of coffee in my entire life. Oh, I keep forgetting I have hot cocoa. Maybe I'll bust it out when I have company over later. Movie night. Randomly, yesterday, my roommate gets a message saying we're having movie night here. I message her, I'm like, okay, we're having movie night? She's like, yep, and she's bringing her friend Chelsea over. I've never met Chelsea, but... So, this is kind of random crap to you guys. Hopefully it's not Magic Mike again. Yes, I've seen Magic Mike, although I wasn't really watching it that much. We were talking more. Watching Magic Mike, 2 guys and 2 girls. You would think something would happen, but no. They just were, like, enjoying themselves. Not like that. Anyways. The popping destroys any chance of maintaining such a cheesy mood. Sounding louder than have ever thought imaginable, amplified by the context of the situation. I sign disappointment and relief. So, what is it? Oh, actually, I'm a little behind some of my classes, and if I don't catch up, it could be a problem. I can't put it off any longer. My teachers say that I have to really start taking things seriously, so I should listen especially, because this is the 3rd time. I'm sorry, Hichan. Why are you apologizing? I won't be able to help you or Hichan with student council for a few days. It'll only be for 2 or 3 days, really. I'll definitely try and come back as soon as possible, but I can't say I'm happy about this. It's supposed to be getting really busy this week too, isn't it? That's some unfortunate timing. For a second I want to ask if maybe Shizune could pull some strings to get her out of it. But Misha looks so genuinely apologetic about it. It would be pretty dickish of me to... I've never seen this be used in this game so far, of me to say something like that. Besides, if she says it's something that can't be put off any longer, I'm inclined to believe her, considering how surprisingly serious she can be with student council duties. Yeah, I see. It's okay. You managed with just Shizune and yourself last year, didn't you? So I'm sure I'll be able to do it as well. Don't worry about it. Really? Thank you, Hichan. Really? Yay, yay. I didn't know Hichan would take it so well. I thought you would be worried with how there's going to be so much work with Tanabata. I wish I had something else besides this computer to look what that is, because I'm going to forget after I'm done recording. Coming up and everything. Damn, she knows me oddly well. But Hichan is so composed, I'm glad. Haha, yeah. You're sort of right, I was thinking about it, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not going to freak out over it. It's going to be a little annoying passing that pad back and forth to talk to Shizune, though. Hichan, just tell Hichan you can use sign language too. I don't understand why you won't. Not yet. I can understand most things already, but I want to be really sure. Actually, I wouldn't mind. The secrecy is killing me too, and it would be nice to be able to talk to her in a real conversation. Don't worry, I'm gonna have to tell her eventually. I want to. Actually, I'm trying to think of a good opportunity for it. That won't be a problem, Hichan. Why not? Well, because I kind of told Hichan that you could understand her. What, you bitch? She was worried about the same thing, that you wouldn't be able to understand each other. So, I was worried, but it worked out fine in the end after all. Ha 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 ha. I lose it. I really got into character. If you didn't hear the slamming. I was kind of doing it light, but you know. Do you know how stupid I look now? I sat there for like half the damn day acting like I couldn't read sign language, and are you seriously telling me that she knew the whole time I could? She was probably thinking this guy's a complete jackass, pretending he can't understand me. I just made a total ass of myself. How could you let me do this? Misha frowned, seemingly lost for words on realizing that I'm taking this differently than she might have expected. She doesn't speak again until after seeing that I've calmed down. But Hichan, I think this is definitely for the best. She says without batting an eye, having waited patiently through my panic to say it. But, do you know how awesome it would have been? Just randomly, you know, she's signing at me and just sign back? That would be awesome! Wait, did I read that? Yeah. The cheerful delivery of her words makes it seem like she sliced out the time between when she dropped the bomb on me and now. It's pretty funny in a way. You have such a one-track mind, you know that? Yes. The damage is done. If Misha can believe that things will work out with such unflinching surety, then maybe it's worth giving it a chance. If things don't work out, I'll run as fast as I possibly can. To try and make it up to me anyway, just in case. She offers to buy me another drink from the vending machine. It's a very small token of apology, but I suppose it's the thought that counts, and her thoughts are sincere. Plus, it's a free drink, so I accept. Yeah, like, she's gonna be like, no, I demand more compensation. I throw back my daily fistful of pills with a glass of water. After a solid 8 hours of sleep, I don't really know what I was so afraid of last night. As I chew a particularly large tablet in half, I continue to rationalize my worries away. Shizune knew I was taking sign language classes all day yesterday and didn't make a big deal out of it. She might be mute, but that doesn't mean she can't make her feelings known. No, in fact, it doesn't. It seems like she's all the more direct for it. She doesn't beat around the bush or hold back. She always makes herself clear apologetically, so there can be no mistakes. So if she wasn't mad then, it's unlikely she would be at all. And on top of that, I didn't do anything wrong anyway. But as that fear of mine recedes, the thought of spending a couple days with Shizune without Misha takes its place. I hadn't really thought about it yesterday, but the idea becomes more and more intimidating. It's true, I can understand sign language pretty well, but I would definitely hesitate to say I can understand it above a basic level. And if she were to speed up her signing, which she does quite a bit, I don't think I could keep up. Signing, too. It's not my strong suit. Doing both at the same time like Misha kind of still a distant dream. Hichan! What? Don't forget, you said you would help out with building stalls today. Behind the school after classes are over, okay? I know. Last time you helped out Hichan, we really appreciated it. This time, it's even more important, so skipping out is unforgivable, okay? I want to ask what that is, why that is, but there isn't an opportunity to. Besides, Misha is behind in her classes, so it seems like a bad idea to distract her now that I know that. I can always ask her at lunch, which is what I end up doing. Because of Chan, a festival that celebrates a town is exactly what it sounds like. It's to celebrate your home and its history. Tanabata is different. It's for wishes and lovers. That would definitely make it more important, doesn't it? Yeah, naturally it would be. Is that really what it's for, though? Hichan, you have no sense of fun. She puffs out her cheeks in displeasure before blowing the air out like a deflating balloon. You have to appreciate things like that, even if it's just an excuse to eat interesting things and dress up in the end. I'll be disappointed in you if you don't, okay? Before I can say anything, she turns to the side to inhale a croquet. And then, I don't know. After classes, I meet Shizune behind the school, where it seems she already set everything up sometime yesterday. She greets me with a short wave, and then with a flourish of the hammer already in her hand, extends her arm towards the stall behind her. Some of them already have completed, others still haphazard piles of board bundled together with string. As time passes, I realize the pills can only do so much. I can still get way more tired than should be normal. Luckily, Shizune's back is to me, so I can afford to take a lot of breaks without having to worry about her wondering why. When I stop and think about it, though, I start to feel pretty guilty for taking advantage of her inability to hear with my hammer stop banging. It's a terrible thing to be happy about. Her work ethic is admirable. Just tell him. I don't see why. You told Rin with no problem. It's obvious that it bores her, and even annoys her, but she doesn't slacken her pace. When she gets tired nailing a stall together with one arm, she switches to the other. Shizune? I feel like an idiot the second I say her name. I can't tell her what I think. There's a hammer in her hand as well, and in the end, I feel like I have to keep up with her. I can't slack off either, especially when it's just the two of us. There's no time to sign, no opportunity, not even for a compliment for a job well done. Even something as casual as that would require me to put my hammer down, get her attention, and then sign it to her. A simple gesture turned to something so needlessly complex, like a single footstep taken on a road that's longer than I first imagined. I've known her long enough to know this and still forgot it. The air is filled with the rhythmic knocking of nails being driven into wood. It's actually kind of nice after a while to pass the monotony of the task at hand. I try to match my hammering to Shizune's, then alternate it to try and form a beat. Of course, she doesn't notice. It makes me wonder, does the lack of sound make this work seem more drawn out and boring to her? Is it strange being unable to hear the results of her actions, even as she feels the vibrations through her fingers? That is kind of... I don't know, being deaf would suck. Pretty much not having a sense sucks. Or having no concept of sound, does it bother her at all? Distracted, I didn't notice Shizune sneaking up on me until our head pops into view. Taking a break? Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's do that. You can understand sign language. That makes it more convenient for both of us, even though you hid it from me. Ha 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 ha. Why? Why what? Why did you decide to take sign language? Her eyes don't break off from mine, even for a second, as if she needs to read my response. Her peripheral... I know how to say that word, I promise. Vision is good enough. Once she has something in her gaze, she doesn't look away. It's strange how piercing her eyes can be dark as lake at night, because I wanted to. It seemed like it would come in handy, and it did, didn't it? Yes. Sorry, I didn't catch any of that. See, this kind of thing still comes up now and then. I wish Misha was here. She has to work to make up for, doesn't she? That might be partially my fault. Misha doesn't need supplemental lesson. Her grades aren't the best, but she understands how the decisions she makes affects others. That puts her ahead of many people, especially certain blondes. She doesn't forget things easily. Your sign language is very good. You're learning oddly fast. I've been taking classes for a while now. It's kind of easy to pick up after a while. No immersion and or osmosis, that kind of thing. It's not too bad. Yeah, if I'm really stuck, Misha's there too. I guess I spoke too soon. I don't understand any of that. Time to backpedal. Well, yeah, it's actually not that easy. It's actually hard as hell. Like trying to pick up broken glass. But I guess in some ways it's interesting as well. Like an adventure. Well, no. Picking up broken glass is not an adventure. Sure it is. It's just that's challenging. If you use a dustpan and a broom, it's not. I feel frustrated and sad. When I look up, I notice she has a can of soda in her hands. Where did you get that? I forget to sign it, but she understands anyway. Following my eyes and produces another one from behind her back. She tosses it in my direction. I catch it with both hands. I brought an extra one for you. She pauses to slide her fingernail under the tab of her can and pop it open. I don't have fingernails really, so I just use, my thumb. And then if it's like really onto the can, then I just get a coin or something.